Hey bucket list buddies, and welcome to another episode of My Bucket List Day. So today we're exploring the great Zion National Park. Had a great time there, saw a lot of great things, hiked the Narrows, and had a great time experiencing all there is to see. However, I will say the crowds were incredible. I mean, really crowded. So in fact, that was probably going to be my last national park until I do Glacier. However, this video was taken a few weeks ago, just 3 days prior to the flash flood that came through and wiped out the visitor center parking area, as well as most of the town of Springdale got inundated with mud and trees and things like that. So this video was just a few days prior to that. I guess I was lucky to get in, explore everything that I did prior to the flash floods coming through. And when you see these canyons and these narrows, you'll see they can be quite dangerous. But we'll get into that right after we roll this intro. Welcome back, everyone. Well, let's just get right into it. As you see here, I'm driving into Zion National Park on the Zion Mount Carmel Highway. It's about 25 to 30 minute drive from Mount Carmel Junction, of which where I stayed or had my campground behind the general store there. And like I said, 25 to 30 minute drive into the east entrance of Zion. And as you can see, the drive-in is magnificent. We are going to highlight a few of the beautiful areas of the drive, as well as we're going to be going through a few, or actually 2 tunnels. Just a heads up, if you are trying to drive your rig in here, there is a maximum height of 13 feet 1 inch. So clearly my rig could not go through this tunnel or down this drive. And when you check in there, they're going to make sure you are within specs so you can fit. Otherwise, you got to turn around and go back. So as you see, a few campers that we pass here and there, they can make it, but they're smaller. They're not the big rig that I have and many of you have. Here we are coming up to the first tunnel, and this one's rather short. The other one is longer, but this one here is a quick little tunnel, and it's kind of cool. Here you don't have to go single file. It is wide enough here for my truck and a car to come passing by. I'm not quite sure the height here, but like I said, it doesn't matter. If you're over 13 feet, you're not going to make it in the other tunnel anyway. So turn around, go back. are coming into the big tunnel, and I gotta stop here because I am oversized. They charge $15 to have an oversized rig, and mine's oversized because it's a dually. So this gentleman here is going to put a little tag on my window that shows that I did pay and that I'm allowed to go through the tunnel. Now, I'll give you a little heads up. They charge you $15 as an oversized vehicle to get through here. However, they don't escort you through the tunnel like they say they are at the gate. What they basically do is they stop traffic on the other side of the tunnel and they let a whole bunch of cars go through. Then they stop traffic on this side of the tunnel and let all those cars come through. So there's really no escort. But they do tell me anyway to drive down the center, which makes sense. So as I mentioned, this is a really cool tunnel to go through, and in this one, they cut out skylights or little viewpoints that you can look out in the canyons. Now, I apologize, but I was going so fast that the camera didn't have time to really focus out these windows, but there is one at the end here we're going to go through that I was able to capture it. So in real life, when you're driving down with your family, you guys will be able to go slow enough and see out these little windows, and it is a spectacular view. Okay, so I'm just coming through the town of Springdale on the south side of the park, and I thought I'd go in here to show everyone this is where you're going to go to get your walking stick, water shoes, water socks, dry wear, dry gear, should you be wanting to hike the Narrows. Now the Narrows are a worthwhile hike here. You're going to see in a little bit that I did. And I just did this little drive-through so you guys can kind of see the parking lot and kind of where you go get everything. Again, this is just outside the gate of Zion. So here we're coming up to the south entrance of the Zion National Park. And if you're like me, you've got a National Park pass, just show your pass, and you go right on in. In fact, they have a little sign here to express if you've got a pass. But you see, you just drive on up, and away you go. Now, as soon as you get through the park, or the gate here, you'll immediately turn to your right and go into the visitor center. And then once in there, you'll find a place to park. Now, I happen to park in the large vehicle area, so found a spot in there. So after you take one of the Zion shuttles, which didn't cost anything, you just had to wait in a queue down by the visitor center, the shuttle will take you up the Zion Canyon Scenic Drive. Again, there are no cars allowed on that road. It's only shuttles and or cars that are staying at the Zion Lodge. They'll get a special pass to drive on that. But once you take the shuttle up, it brings you all the way to the end, which is the Temple of Sinawava. And then you come to this trailhead, and this trail takes you all the way up to the Narrows, where you then begin the hike through the river, all the way up. Now, this trail is approximately 1.1 miles from where the bus drops you off to where you enter the river or enter the Narrows. And then once you're done, obviously you gotta hike the 1.1 miles back to the bus pickup area. Again, there's a, because of the time of year, very busy, a queue to stand in and wait for a bus. It went pretty quick though. I think you were standing there maybe 10 minutes. The line down at the visitor center, that one was almost 30 minutes before we got on the bus. But not too bad. It is standing room only on the bus, depending on how crowded it is. So we're now at the entrance of the Narrows. It's where you first enter the river or enter the water, which is the Narrows. And it is refreshing. It's not really cold. I didn't wear the waterproof shoes or socks, or regrettably did not have a walking stick. Highly recommend you get a walking stick. I was carrying a couple camera mounts, and that made it very difficult. But at any rate, it was a great time, and so enjoy the little trek. Be right back. Alright, so I stopped right here. This is Mystery Falls. This is a waterfall that isn't flowing too much right now, but apparently it does flow pretty well. It's 110 feet tall and flows right into the Narrows here. This is one of many waterfalls that come into the Narrows. And there's various stopping points in the Narrows. There's the alcove, the grotto, then there's Floating Rock and Wall Street. Actually, Wall Street is one very long area that starts kind of at the confluence where the Wall Street begins. That's 3 miles in from where you begin the hike. I will admit that's all the further I went, is 3 miles in and 3 miles back, so a total of 6 miles trekking through the water. It was a lot of fun, and met a couple nice people on the trail, but as you see, it is very, very crowded. So it did take away quite a bit of the enjoyment with massive amounts of crowds that were here. But enjoyable, highly recommend it, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this little hike.
I'm coming home. We've opened the gate. Don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. Well, I scratched in the dirt for a while. I gained all that I knew for a price. In the end, what I found was nowhere near as nice. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate. Don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. with my claws and teeth. So
Alright everybody, I'm at the point where I'm going to turn around here in the Narrows. Excuse me. That out. Not exactly sure where I am, but I'll look at a map when I get back and figure it out. It is crazy crowded. It's actually not a very good experience because of the mass amount of people here. And I'm on a Thursday afternoon. Wouldn't have thought it would be this crowded. But it is what it is. I mean, I do like and appreciate the fact that people are out and about, exploring, traveling, and getting to know this great country. But it's par for the course for RV parks and everywhere I'm going. Just massive amounts of people. So the beauty of the wilderness kind of gets lost with all the screaming people and the kids and that kind of thing. So well, I hope you enjoy all this anyway. We'll start heading back. I'll do some filming on the way back, but it's pretty much the reverse of what I just did.
no matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. Oh, I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed that little adventure down the Narrows in Zion National Park, as well as the drive in through the tunnels, through the beautiful scenery in those valleys and canyons. Just breathtaking. If you are going to be in Mount Carmel, I recommend staying at a little RV park just behind the little filling station there in the corner at the junction. It's not the greatest place, but it's a nice convenient place to get in and out of the park. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that little bell, notifying you each time I launch a video. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and make it a great day.